Welcome back to Steam-Powered Scoundrels, a Malifaux podcast, episode 97, Best Glue for Eating.
Did not give us
I
the
mean,
music.
share it to the group chat.
Yeah.
Or even better, put it in
Yeah.
the Scoundrels music channel in the Discord.
Share it with the world.
Yeah, we have that channel for exactly that reason.
There's some way I can get this in the recording. I'll do it. Welcome back to Steam-Powered
Just put it at the
Scoundrels,
end.
by the way.
What's that?
It's,
A Malifaux podcast?
Perfect.
Yes.
I guess.
I
No,
guess.
we're just going to be talking about music. from now on.
I'd be down to talk about music for an episode.
A music shit posting podcast.
Music shit posting podcast.
We can build
Okay, if you
playlists
want-
based around factions.
No, if
There
you
you go,
want
it's posted.
musical shit posting, go on TikTok and follow Hot Dog.
I love hot dog. Hot dog's so good.
But it's shit posting.
Yeah.
I'm not wrong.
Let me know when the oven alarm goes off, by the way, hon. I'm not
Okay.
going to hear it down here with the headphones on.
I may not hear it. We'll find out.
Got some white chocolate strawberry cookies in the
Ooh.
oven.
They are quite
I'm
good.
not normally a white chocolate person, but that sounds pretty good.
They're really good.
They're so good.
I can't fail at cookies, apparently. Oh, now I've cursed myself. Never mind. Okay,
You-
so this episode, we are going to be talking about a little bit of GenCon. This is going to be our GenCon recap. I realized I clocked that we were probably not going to have a whole bunch of talk about this time around. And so really this is going to be our, yay, Bonanza Brawl is officially out of beta. It's live, folks.
Woo!
Go play it.
Woo!
We
I'm
did it.
a lot more excited than I'm sounding. I am just tired and probably a little dehydrated.
You've bonanza'd your last brawl.
I wouldn't call it his last. Maybe the last for the day.
Right, okay. So GenCon happened again this year, and we all went again this year. Big surprise to everyone that knows us.
What are you talking about? I'm shocked.
What interesting things do we want to talk about that happened to us? Doesn't necessarily have to be Malifaux related. Although I did not do a whole lot of non-Malifaux stuff.
So I think the most important thing that happened is even before we went to GenCon the night before, we and several of our friends who were at my house discovered and discussed the fact that there are only 4 Malifaux players.
Oh my god. I forgot about the
no.
quadrants.
I forgot the quadrants.
The true spectrum of Malifaux players. All right, Malifaux players. Here it is. Here's the pitch. There's 4 of us. There's 4 different types. There's
Tag
Nathan's.
yourself.
There's Doug's. There's Brandon's. And there's Brian's. You figure out what that means to you.
Nathan's, Doug's,
Don't-
Brandon's, and Brian's. Just a
We're not going to explain. We're not going to explain the axes at all. Okay.
Yep. You'll figure
And
it out.
just because your name is one of those names does not
Does
necessarily make you
mean that's what you are.
exactly.
so give us some examples.
Well, I'm a Nathan. Roman's
You're
also
the-
a Nathan.
Roman's also a
Yep,
Nathan.
also a Nathan.
Doug's
a
a Doug.
Doug-leaning Nathan
Doug's
with
a Doug.
some scattered Brandonisms in there, but
Mhm,
Yes.
mhm. Brandon's a
Mhm.
Brandon.
Yep.
You know the one.
Texas Doug. What did we decide Texas Doug was?
I thought we decided Texas Doug was a Nathan.
Yeah, I think that's
like-
correct.
I feel like he writes a line right between Nathan and Brandon, but he's also like he's pretty close to the 0-0
Mhm.
point on this graph.
Yeah. I think Texas Doug might be a good intersecting character.
A good center point.
Yeah. One of the good center points.
We decided that Cole from Toledo is a Doug.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't
Mhm,
we
mhm.
also decide that Monica is a Doug?
I believe that's how that ended up, yes.
And Julia was...
I forget if we
And-
settled on Nathan or Brandon there.
It's one of those two.
Mhm.
Mine's that
Uh.
while these names are the first people we kind of came up with that fit them, we might also not be like the far corner of our own graph because I've also got plenty of Nathan in me.
That's true.
Alarm.
Hey, I hear a cookie alarm.
Wieners.
Cookie
I'll
alarm.
be back.
What about wieners?
Wieners. Wiener cookies.
That's the
Oh.
the parts of Nathan that he has in him.
Without
joke.
Nathaniel.
Oh my.
Big old sausage.
I thought maybe we were referencing the big old truck song.
Oh, maybe. I
The
don't know.
big old
I
truck
assumed
song.
he was
I'm a big
referencing
boy.
that Nathan
Big old truck.
can grill the hell out of some tubed meats.
I do love grilling tube meats.
Who's the
Doug is-
in the graph, and who's the Brian in the graph?
What crap? What?
Oh, the Brandon the Brandon quadrant of the graph is Danger Planet Brandon.
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
Brian in the graph is my Malifaux brother from another mother.
Brian from Schemes and Stones.
Mhm.
If
Yeah,
you remember Schemes and Stones.
Yeah, Brian
Yeah.
Schemes.
Brian
Those are the 4 types of Malifaux players. So figure out where you belong, listener at home.
Tag yourself. Go into the Discord.
Unwillingly,
Go into the
evenly.
episode discussion and tag yourself.
Someone
Just
make a
change your name.
t-shirt with the chart.
Got the
we
Malifaux
do
chart T-shirt.
the Malifaux chart T-shirt, and then we need the Welcome to Malifaux We Gay as Hell shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That can be a different axis.
Yeah, at that point we the chart becomes a cube, perhaps.
I wasn't talking about gayness on a spectrum of the Malifaux axis
Yeah.
necessarily.
I was talking about the other axis that came up, the gay to fascist miniatures game axis.
Yes.
Look, I defer to Jeff and Anne Marie for the gay to fascist game axis.
Yeah, I'm just saying we put that on an intersecting graph on the shirt and make like a multi-dimensional shape.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Why
Really
why are we now making this why is this becoming like God, this is too many graphs.
Yeah.
That's
Turns out if
what
you just
shapes do.
put-
They just shape.
Yeah, you just put any number of graphs together and they turn into some horrible mathematical monstrosity.
Yep. Further proving the old aphorism of math, not even once.
This is how you make a tesseract.
Say what? Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna go get that. I'm gonna go get an alcohol.
Nice.
Ooh,
I have a beer.
I have a
It's
White
quite
Russian.
nice.
What kind of beer?
It is a blood orange wheat beer. It's very good. It's a wheat ale.
Sounds tasty.
It's very orange.
Somewhere, Jesse from Boring Conversation is smiling that you told everyone about your beer.
Yeah. It's very important. Important part of the process.
It's from Bunko Foco? Po?
Yeah.
Fogo, yeah.
Bunko Popo.
Yeah.
I feel like Jesse is like right on the line between Doug and Brandon.
I can see that.
I'm drinking Sunhari, a soju, the yogurt flavor.
Huh.
It's really good.
And now I know the one that you left in my fridge is from you, so I can just go ahead and finish it off as opposed to leaving it for next Gen Con.
Oh, Victoria didn't drink it all?
No.
Okay. we told you when we got there. It's like, why do you have soju in your fridge? That's ours. We bought that.
Yep. Because I didn't know where it came from.
Okay, now that we're done talking about our graph of Malifaux players and the fascist to gay spectrum of miniature games, Gen Con happened. So, me first, I did a little bit of volunteering this year, not as much as I normally do, partially because I didn't get volunteer shifts until the week before Gen Con. Victoria and I had both filled out the volunteer form back before Adepticon when they first made that available, and I think because of that, our stuff got lost in the wash. We never got sent anything about volunteering. And then I clocked, oh, hey, I don't have anything for this. I really like volunteering, though, so I'm going to go and hit them up again. So I only got 2 shifts in. One of them was running demos at the weird booth, and the other one was doing customer service at the weird booth. And I got to do a little customer service when I was running demos at the weird booth. And it turns out I like doing customer service at the weird booth because I get to talk non-stop about this game.
I cannot believe that that's a thing you enjoy.
Me. Do you know the best part, Victoria? The very best part? There was no one else running customer service. It was all Doug all the time, 24/7.
Yep,
I don't think it was quite that.
You did, in fact, inform me that your shift, you were the only customer service person at the booth.
So during that time, we could say that 100% of weird customers were in fact serviced by Doug.
Yes. I give good service, Roman.
I believe it.
I use my mouth too much, though.
They're gonna listen to this and not let you volunteer next year.
Uh,
Like, hold on a minute.
Look, we've said weirder things on this podcast.
Yeah,
Absolutely, we
probably.
have.
If they were gonna bar us from volunteering because of the things we've said on this podcast, it would have happened years ago at this
I would think it would have
point.
happened sometime around the fuck year.
Mhm.
Yeah. I would clock that as probably the
That's probably
turning
what would have
point.
disqualified us. Yeah.
It was really
Was
the
the fuck
fuck yurt incident.
Yeah.
Yep.
The yurt of it all.
But that shift was also when we got the lovely tornado warning.
Yeah, that was fun.
Which,
Mhm.
That was very fun.
very
It was
easy to
raining in
clock.
the event hall.
It was raining inside the wall.
There was a hole in the ceiling. I'm going to assume it's not supposed to be there.
I think there were a
To a
couple
point
holes
where
in
there
the
was
ceiling.
there's
There were
a lot of
multiple
water
holes.
coming in.
There were multiple holes in the ceiling.
Literally raining in the event hall
Mhm.
in
Mhm.
certain areas.
Yeah,
Fortunately,
the weird event space didn't get rained
Yeah.
on, but
we fortunately
were-
did not get rained on during the tournament.
there were a couple of unfortunate games that
I think it was the Catalyst game area was getting rained on,
yeah,
which is unfortunate for them.
there were a couple.
At least that's the
Unfortunately,
one.
it wasn't Trench Crusade.
That would have just made it more realistic.
Ah, the
Getting rained-
immersion. The immersion over here.
Getting rained on in Trench Crusade is that's good actually. You want that for game feel, for mouth feel.
Okay.
Not the
Oh, no.
mouthfeel
Not
of
the
Trench
mouthfeel.
Crusade.
Trench Crusade
Oh, it's
mouth
so much
feel.
grit. There's so much grit. Oh,
Why does it taste brown and gray?
I have such a texture aversion
you
to
son of a bitch. That's my joke. How dare
That's why I made it.
I have too much texture aversion to fucking Trench Crusade.
you take your mini
You don't like
and then you dunk it in Army Painter Strong Tone.
and then
and
while
then-
it's still wet, you dip it in the texture paint
Yes.
and then just give it a good shake.
Sounds about right.
And that'll get exactly the color and texture you want. Just like sandpaper.
But yeah, I was just hanging out at the weird event space while you guys were tournamenting. And Jesse and I just watched the very large leak. Chris got to put on his emergency poncho. According to
So- Go ahead.
according to Jesse, he was delighted.
I love that he had an emergency poncho with him.
Right. He just had it there at the table.
You didn't really need it, but just for the bit.
And as we all know, you
It was
gotta
great for the
commit to
bit.
the bit.
It was great for the bit.
Okay, what we need to do is that obviously because we didn't get to experience it, we need to invent some kind of like rain booth and have a fully waterproof terrain set. And we'll have
The 2026 Gen Con, the 2026 Gen Con simulator.
Oh man, that would be a great event.
we'll have Angler versus Banished.
The Wet Boys.
Oh, wet boys.
The Wet Boys.
Yeah, but then we got to get a loop of the tornado warning announcement,
Yes,
yeah.
absolutely.
and
You
it
can
has to
also-
go off. Has to go off every 2 minutes.
You're also allowed to bring Nightmare Nekoma and Nightmare Molly.
Mm.
Those are your 4 crews.
Though you are encouraged to make sure you waterproof them.
Swamp Fiend also gets a pass. Very damp
Yeah.
crew as well.
That sounds
Okay.
All the moist boys.
Yeah.
I've got a terrible idea here. But it'll
Worse than
make
that
sure
one.
that
Another
you
one?
No. So you do these crews, right? And then you like encase them in a cylinder of acrylic so they will hold the water and then it will have an underwater effect.
Oh, I like that.
I didn't really quite specify it needed to be like a hollow cylinder of acrylic, but now I'm also thinking just like have them in a tube of acrylic at all times, and that way your model is like 5 pounds.
And also waterproof.
And also
I mean, that-
waterproof.
Waterlogged,
What?
more like.
But no, all the
It's a
bits that
wide
overhang
stance, my guy.
still stick out. So you got this cylinder of acrylic with like wings and a sword poking out of it.
Imagine the water weight of that fucking bag.
Oh no.
All your models have a fucking water shell.
It's kind of sloshy.
Or do you fill it? Do you fill it up at the table?
Okay, but liquid core.
No, okay. Even worse, better idea. You snow globe your entire December crew.
Okay, that one I kind of like.
Of course you do.
I know.
Oh god.
Oh boy.
When you activate someone, you just got to pick them up and shake them.
Mhm.
Are we
Or go back
Are
to
we getting-
Go ahead,
getting back to the Gen Con recap
Eventually.
Eh,
it's
We're being
more like
funny.
guidelines. Take that idea with the snow globes, apply it to the essentially shot glasses that you're putting the other minis in, the very tall ones that you fill up with water. Aquarium bubbler that you turn on whenever you activate that model.
that would be
Very
that
small.
would be so much so much work.
Oh yeah, no, this is entirely not a good idea in any sense of the word. But
Okay, but why not just like encase them in sea monkeys? They'll live long enough. Maybe like a little, maybe like a little hole or something you can plug up so you can feed them. But anyone
I
else
was
had
kidding.
sea monkeys besides me?
I'm just
I've
gonna
had sea
keep
monkeys.
moving on.
I never had sea monkeys, but I am aware of sea
They're
monkeys.
There's little
They're little-
shrimps,
they're
like a
little
couple
shrimps.
couple millimeters long.
Yeah, the brine shrimps.
Yeah.
Little scrimps.
Little shrimps.
Aware of the scramps.
So
I just don't think they're a great idea for a mini.
that's a you problem. So that customer service was Saturday night, so I guess we can go through with Thursday. What the fuck did we do on Thursday?
I wandered the hall. I had very few events this year, so
We had interesting and memorable villain.
Right, yes. Where we helped people
Yeah.
we'll help people design villain, and we're a lot better at it than other people. We should have run that fucking clinic. I got kind of mad at when the dude apparently doesn't understand that phobia can mean more things than just being completely terrified of a thing. There's apparently a novel concept to him. No, my novel suggestion that made everyone go, "Oh, is that having the bad guy be a girl?"
And then a married
Hang on,
couple.
that's allowed?
Apparently.
Oh, okay.
What?
No, that's spectacular. I really like the idea of the couple, because then you really have the literal power couple. So long as they're not doing the classic dumb villain thing of, we're gonna turn on each other at exactly the wrong time. Like, no, have them be ride or die,
Oh, yeah.
but evil as fuck.
Yeah.
Apparently, they were really, really interested in murdering a bunch of children.
Yeah, that came up.
I'm not appreciative that they decided to run with that without like checking with the rest of the room. Like, hey, we're gonna be apparently talking about killing kids a lot in this session. Are you cool with that? Anyways,
Yeah.
that was still enjoyable. I still liked it. And then we did some dancing.
Yeah,
Yay.
we did swing dancing. I didn't
Yay.
die. Hooray.
huzzah.
While you guys were doing those two events, Megan and I were playing Daggerheart, and specifically we were playing Operation Casablanca, which of course I was kind of contractually obligated to go play at. I was honestly really impressed. They essentially were making a new frame, I think is what Daggerheart calls them, a new setting essentially, that was more like World War I if the elves were super racist against everybody, so everyone else was fighting against them.
So elves.
So elves.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
elves.
But the thing I was most
Knife
impressive
your
about,
bastards.
there it is. The thing I was most impressed about is they built a essentially magical aerial combat system that slotted into Daggerheart so well and got out of its own fucking way.
Nice.
It was simple, but it caught the theme really well. Yeah, no, it's definitely one I would check out. And it was the first RPG I've done at GenCon in several years where, despite the table being 7 people, it didn't feel like there were too many people there. The group just gelled really well pretty immediately. So we had a lot of fun with that. And the GM did a spot-on, very, like, unctuously slimy Peter Lorre impersonation.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
After
I didn't do
swing
anything else other than go to Brawl the rest of the day.
after swing dancing, which was fun. I'm there to dance with my wife, so I'm a little grumpy about the whole no, you got to dance with literally everyone else too, sort of thing. And I get like getting people out of their shell and being able to socialize with others is a wonderful goal. But again, I'm there to dance with my wife, and also I sweat real goddamn easy. And when I'm trying, the only person I don't mind as much dripping on is my wife.
I'm
Other
used to
people
it.
though, yeah.
There's a difference between dripping on your wife and dripping on a random stranger. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So the nice thing is that the only point of contact for most of the dance lesson was hand holding. Fine, cool. The second we got to putting like hands on each other's torsos, I fucked out of there real fast because I was effectively soaked. So anyone that was going to put their hand on anything more than my forearm is just going to be really fucking grossed out. So I dipped. Wasn't gonna make anyone do that. And then I went to volunteering the demo one. That was fun. Anything else from the afternoon? We just move on to Bonanza Brawl.
I mean, I had the cosplay glues seminar.
Adhesives. How'd that go?
It was good. I enjoyed it. Lots of jokey jokes. Like they rated the best glue for eating.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
There
important
there
information.
is one glue that is safe for you to eat, and that is regular old PVA glue.
My
Every
goat
other
right
glue-
here.
Every
Good
other
ol'
glue,
Elmer's.
as it turns out, is toxic.
That's my snack.
So what
One
you're
glue
saying
to
is
rule them all.
there's a market for us to create a delicious edible glue
I don't know about that.
to give
Yep.
Elmer's a run for their money. Yeah.
They'll never see us coming.
Oh, okay.
Anyway.
we ran Bonanza Brawl.
We ran
It was-
Bonanza
Sure did.
Brawl.
It was great. We ran Bonanza Brawl on Thursday and Friday and Saturday. We could probably cover all those at once. Yeah.
Yeah.
More or less. We only needed one table for each session. It was fewer people than there were last year, but also we didn't do nearly as much of a job of like advertising that we were doing it, so that's fine. The really great thing is that each game ran quite smoothly and was very, very entertaining. I don't want to say compared to Good Things Happen, but Good Thing Happen was a lot more technical and people examining the rules and asking important questions, asking questions, and it not really getting off its feet until after turn one, and that was like almost an hour fully in from when we started.
That was a really good crowd looking back to have for kind of final play testing, and we definitely adapted things since then for that, which I'm glad for.
Yeah.
We also declared did I say that we declared the rules as done, completed on Wednesday?
Yeah.
Yes.
Quickly ran through the rules, highlighted the things, made a few decisions on a few other things, and then went through the entirety of the deck and made it more visually appealing, and well as correcting some other stuff, because apparently I still had like ST for stat in there in a few places. Turns out they
Whoops.
call it skill now.
Turns out, that's okay. We got it.
Yeah. Anything else interesting of note? I learned how to scan badges by the last game. So they
Which
let
is
us do
good.
this again next year. I'll actually know how to do it.
Yeah, which is good to know because apparently they're going to all electronic tickets next year. So
Oh,
hooray.
hot. Nice.
Good.
Yeah, very
That's what
nice.
that's what I hear. So
I would call out that Thursday and Friday. Thursday we had like all experienced folks, and they ran it really nicely. I think we might have had one or two instances of rules hangover from last edition Brawl, but I think the one I'm thinking of was me, so we took care of that. But then Friday, I know we had about
It was
half
about
and
half.
half.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like you had some people of like, oh, I've played before, I'm coming back to it, and the other group was like, oh, we just tried it out and we're really enjoying it, but they were all really enthusiastic, which was very cool to see.
yeah, they were both good crowds.
Yeah.
The ones we saw, Roman and I.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll just go over Bonanza Brawl stuff after that. Other things on Friday, we're up to Friday, a day of the week.
Yes, and
we did improv. We did improv with
We did.
Improv Jam. Not a whole ton of
there
people.
was a spare ticket, so I went.
Yeah.
There's
Yay.
2 spare tickets.
Yep.
Because Roman and I bought a ticket for ourselves and each other, and they accidentally let us double up on that, which you're not supposed to do.
Whoopsie.
It worked out.
That's all right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't have anything else going on, so I was happy to jump in.
But yeah, we had fun. The disappointing thing, I guess, is that it was titled as basically improv for antagonists, but we didn't really do any antagonizing. It was just an improv lesson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the more I think about it, the more I look at that and go, okay, this is, if we were talking about this in terms of like college classes, because you're doing kind of a specific view on the character type of antagonist here, this is probably like it's not a 200 course, but it's not a 101. So you still got to do the 101 since you don't know who's done this before.
Yeah.
And I would say if this got to any kind of antagonism, it was subtle in the fact that the guy running it was very focused on bringing up not only ideas in whatever improv scene we were kind of quickly doing in the things we were doing, but really focusing on how to up the drama of it and in unusual ways. So like the one that stuck out to me was some guy coming in being like, "Oh, hey, we're moving out. It's going to be tough." And he's like, "How do you make that more dramatic?" I don't know. What if it was not we're moving out, but you're moving out? And the other person didn't know that. And just a little prompt here or there, and it really, really affected the follow-ups, which, again, I don't think he did a great job at calling out, hey, this is how you do antagonist stuff, but kind of looking back at it, that kind of flavor jumped out at me the more I thought about it.
I know. I finally got it. I am the antagonist. After that goddamn card game.
Good old number 6.
Fucking hell. So, the particular game in question was that folks have heard of the game Headbands or something similar to that, where you have a role or a name or a clue or whatever on your forehead, so everyone can see it but you, and you usually have to like suss out what you are, what your card is, what your role is, whatnot. So it gave us a group of 4 playing card each. And the idea was that you were supposed to figure out your sort of standing amongst the group. So a higher card meant that you were more important, more powerful person. And then a lower card, obviously, you were an underling or the peasant or whatnot. And so it was good. It was a good idea, and I'm sure it works out a lot of the time. However, I went up with Roman and Nate and another person, and our spread was 8, 5, 6, and 7.
Yep.
So being able to suss out exactly how you fit amongst everyone else that is like 1 or 2 plus
so
or minus
close.
you, so fucking hard.
Yep.
And so, like the twist on the game was like halfway through is like, okay, here's your new card, and now role play that your status has changed in some way to this new card. So it's not like you are a brand new person with this new status. You are the previous person, but something's happened, and now you're. So the girl that was an 8. Roman, our 5, got promoted to a 7.
Yeah, we
Nate,
were all in an office scene for
Yep.
why the promotion.
Yeah,
matters.
that was the framing was we're all office workers of some kind.
And Nate went 7 to 8, so a whole point difference.
Yeah,
And
I
Doug
got a
went
little
from
promotion.
Doug went from 6 to 6.
Oh, so funny. Oh god.
So being able to do a new dynamic was both easy and impossible at the same time.
We all just got mild promotions except for Doug.
That's
good old number 6.
consistency.
Which hit really close to home.
He's got his
Real
red swing line
close.
stapler. Burn this whole place to the goddamn ground.
Oh, and other minor, not at all improv important part, but important to me, there was another Roman in the class.
Yeah. You did the whole Spider-Man meme.
Yeah, we did. It was great.
Was that Roman and Nathan?
I don't know. We didn't really
was
know
he a
him
nug?
well enough to make that
Couldn't determine.
make that determination.
Yeah, that should have been your first question, Roman.
Yeah.
Are you
That's
Are you
true.
Nathan? Are you
Are you
a
a
I was
Nathan?
just so my gasters were just so flabbered. I didn't even think. I could
It
barely
does happen.
remember the what to do upon meeting another Roman protocol. Honestly,
All right. Vic, did you have Gothic horror
I
in the
had Gothic
architecture?
horror and the architecture of dread.
nice.
Spooky.
It was one of the very first classes for the Writer Symposium, which I didn't know they had like an entire day of events just for writers. But
Oh,
now
yeah.
I know, so I can look next year. I have like 4 pages of notes from
Nice.
from that panel. It was great. I loved it.
Yeah, anything exciting you want to share with us, or we want to move on?
I mean, not specifically. It was like a panel of like, it was like 5 or 6 authors, and they did not give them a long enough table for all of them to have their name cards on it.
Oh no.
So they kind of just like shoved all their name cards together, and they're like spread out, and yeah, the table was not long enough, which was very funny. One of them actually sat in the audience rather than at the table.
Amazing.
But it was really informative. I enjoyed it a lot. I feel like I learned a lot specifically about what makes Gothic horror specifically Gothic horror, as opposed to some other subgenre.
Nice. I will probably want to talk to you about that at some point.
Sure.
The first couple times I went to GenCon, like way back in college, I did a lot of those, but that was more doable because I was at a hotel because I was volunteering, and a lot of those panels started at 8 a.m., which when you're walking a couple blocks is way easier than when you're driving in from my house.
Yeah. This one started at 10, so
That's much better.
that was a much better start
That's very
time.
reasonable.
Yeah. That was like all of the first classes of the day started at 10.
Nice.
Or all of the Writers Symposium stuff started at 10.
I'm very glad to hear that, because I distinctly remember the first joke made at every 8 a.m. and honestly 9 a.m. panel was, who decided to make writers get up this early?
Right?
Like, at least one of the panelists was there, like, not hungover, but just like, I am used to getting up in 3 hours from now, and this giant thing of coffee is all standing between all of you and being on fire.
I did not sleep at all.
Yeah.
Rather than go to bed early and get up early, I elected to just not sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Who needs sleep?
What is writing if not suffering?
Exactly.
You just sit down at a typewriter and bleed.
Yep.
Okay. We had Demon Hunters, Roman and I and our friends Sean and Elise.
Mhm.
That was fun, and even though it was a large group of people, because they ran out, they had one less GM than they were supposed to.
Somebody called out.
Ugh.
That said,
Nuts.
we still managed to anti-heist the heist of the syphilitic zombie ninjas.
Huzzah.
Yeah.
Vampire ninjas.
Excuse me, yes.
Syphilitic vampire ninjas.
I'm
Oh,
sorry, they were so
alright, okay.
stupid. Like, their defining characteristic is, we're idiots, so I kind of went, zombie.
Fair. That was enjoyable. I was a little slightly off put by the constant jokes about the syphilis, but
Yeah.
but
But you did a damn good job at changing the sensors in the HVAC system to detect syphilis, which helped.
He was apparently unaware that someone was going to have a way around his bullshit to make them avoid the cameras.
It was fun.
Alright.
I'm good
Okay.
at bullshit.
You are good at bullshit.
You had the best kill of the especially multi-kill of the game.
I feel kind of bad because they took all of the dice sitting out there, but also I deserve
That's what
it.
they're there for.
But also,
Yeah.
you deserve it.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
what you do.
I was the techie. The I make stuff, not the I am computer stuff. That was Roman, so we were like
That was me.
besties.
Yep. I was the bot in
but-
the chair.
But I got like out in the middle of this auction house we were in because someone was shooting a gun, and I had to make a noise that kind of sounded like a gun so people wouldn't panic. And then the ninjas showed up, and I was like, "Well, crap! How do I involve technology and to fight these things. And you know what? I'm just going to go for one big thing and see how much I can do. So I decided that I was going to treat the ninjas like they were cosplayers. And our GM was very, very fucking confused by what I was doing. And so he went with it. In fact, I'm pretty sure he fudged a roll so he could keep doing with it. So I collected a bunch of ninjas into like a big group picture, and then I pulled out my camera with a flash bulb the size of a small sun. And then I rolled just a fuckload of dice and like wiped a dozen or so off the face of the earth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brutal.
I was very happy with that.
Yeah, it was that was best, and then the second best one was our essentially alchemist had made penicillin smoke bombs, which I then used to speed us through the final boss because we were out of time by essentially making the ducks pull the smoke from where he originally used them to blow right in the face of the extra stupid zombie vampire ninja. Oh, he was what? He wasn't syphilitic. He was double gonorrhea.
Double gonorrhea grandmaster.
Yeah.
I think the
I don't
best
ask
part,
questions.
I think your crowning achievement was your way around the fucking computer virus.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So I'm sitting there. I've essentially we snuck into this auction house by saying, "Hey,
you had a virus."
Yeah, we snuck into the auction house saying, "Hey, one group of us is the big money people trying to say, hey, I'm going to let you auction off this great thing, but you have to really show me your security." And the other group of us went in as their, like, we're your standard security guys. We're here to install an update and da-da-da-da-da. So I go in, I take control of the computer and through that and everything else. But they have a worm in the computer that, like, shuts it all down. I get it working for a second, and then it does it again. I'm going, okay, fine. Here's what we're doing. I am not just an android, I am an obsolete android. So I have knowledge of older shit. So I am going to, before starting this up again, change out their operating system with Windows 98, which I can tell this worm is not old enough to interact with properly.
Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Very clever.
So you can send the security system was hanging around 99% for about 20 minutes, but it worked.
Yeah, it just sat there as like, I can barely move forward. I had a good time doing the Windows 98 boot up sound whenever it got done, though.
Yeah. Okay. Did anyone do anything while we were doing that?
I think I had beaded spiders. Yeah. My one crafting class for this year. I did make a spider out of beads and wire. I love him. He is. He's adorable. He's a good boy. I have stuff to make more if I ever choose to.
Excellent.
Looks like Nate's schedule is free.
I was
just
wandering with my wife.
Saturday. Two of you had
French
something
toast.
really interesting. Yeah,
well, all of us had French toast.
I made French toast using Victoria's milk bread. It was fucking delicious.
It was really good.
So it was the dos leches of French toast.
Oh, we could add like 6 more leches to that if we really wanted.
So many leches.
We could get 8 more. We could get 8 more leches.
And that's la economia.
I am happy to leche as many of the French toasts as possible.
Right, okay. You two weren't present for the leches discussion.
So Tyrant
that
tournament.
Was during the drive. Tyrant tournament.
How'd it go?
Yeah, we did that.
Sorry,
it was
there's
really
a fly
fun.
that's distracting me.
It was really fun. I went in thinking, you know what? It's been a minute since I've repped Blue Team at GenCon. Let's do that this year. And a special look in the pools, I'm like, I might solo Colette today, and that would make my heart feel good. I did not solo Colette. Round 2, I played Tony. And for this, I very much thank Doug, because that was the pool I was like, I probably want an option for something punchier. And Tony's the punchy that I would want to do, but I haven't played her that much. Doug, what's the unpack that you use there that he told me in 20 minutes on our drive home the day before, and it worked out pretty well? Yeah, no, that was really good. And round 1, I played against Doug's list, though it was not piloted by him. But I played, it was Colette into corner, what even was that one? Plant explosives. And the guy was,
plant.
Yeah, he was a fun guy. he hadn't played a ton. He'd played in 4th, but like he'd played the most in 2nd. And he was a delight to play against. About halfway through turn 1, he's like, well, I can see the writing on the wall, but this is real fun. Because at that point, I had like between 3 and 5 pieces over the center line on corner, and he'd not crossed any of them yet. Yeah. And he said, I brought this because this is the crew I know how to play. So good on you.
So happened to be my default list, which is wild.
Yeah, no, it was really funny. I'm staring, watching this guy like set up and take the first activation or two, and Doug walks behind him, backs up to do a double take, and like catches my eye, being like, "Is that? Oh my god, that's my list!" Like just all pantomime, and I'm like, yeah. It was quite amusing.
Oh my god.
So for I guess those that are curious, my Tony list is a little different in that I don't bring Joss, which apparently is a wild concept to a lot of people. But it's Tony and Amina and the captain and the emissary, followed by Arun, a gunsmith, and a did I say captain? Captain's in
You
there
did.
too.
Yes.
Okay, Arun gunsmith and a Union journeyman.
Uh-huh.
So that's exactly what Roman played against turn 1, which it's a good, decent list, but not really into plant corner.
Yeah. It also didn't help that when he came in to do damagey things to me, I had either on both turns where it was really like, oh, this could really break them stuff apart. I had either sandbagged some high cards that I knew I wasn't going to need for attacking and said no, or limited, like took away any raises he had, or his deck flipped ridiculous low and he'd already run low on cards. So he was kind of padded gloved by that as well, which didn't help him. But again, it was a delightful game. I was especially tickled because Cole was standing right next to me, and we had discussed kind of the pool previously, and he was also playing Colette. So there were several times we're kind of looking at each other's tables going, oh, that's interesting. That's a different hire than I did. It was just amusing. Yeah, it was good stuff. Nate, what did you do round 1 and 2?
So round 1, I played against, my negative copy, Nathan Linder. Who I played it against roughly a month ago.
Yeah.
And good things happen.
You won this time.
He was still on Explorers. Yeah, I did. Shockingly, of all things. He was still playing Explorers Society, and at the start of the game, he's like, well, this time I'm going to be nice to you. Which I assume meant he wasn't going to play the new Yensa 2, and instead dropped Tiri on me.
Oh.
And I was like, all right. Well, all I packed was Kin, because 1, that's what I've been playing, and 2, up until like the week before, I wasn't sure if I was going to be doing the tournament because I've been dealing with some shoulder pain due to a mildly messed up rotator cuff, so my sleep has not been great, so I wasn't sure if I was going to do the tournament, but I didn't find anything else to do, and I figured I'm going to be in the same room if I just do the tournament all day, and it will be fine. So I ended up doing the tournament, obviously. So yeah, round 1, we get Linder into this corner plant. I played Kin. I quickly realized I wasn't going to... I was going to be killing very few things, which is often detrimental to the game plan of Kin. So I took my general route to get to assassinate as fast as possible, killed the first light, and then fucked off and scored points. And due to a series of flips and hilarious instances where he needed to toss a piglet that I summoned with a swine twirler into a bunch of ski markers to try to get detonate charges, and I red jokered the defense flip with the piglet, so he in fact did not toss the piglet. I ended up winning that game by a 3-point margin.
Nice.
I believe that's what it was, yeah.
Yeah, so it was very fun, and there's just a little bit of frustration on his side at the very end there, which I totally understand, because the deck just suddenly turned off for him, and then that red joker defense flip for the piglet was just like the final insult.
Oof.
Because he had done a bunch of setup trying to get detonate on my hog oil salesman, but we had both kind of forgotten. I kind of forgotten for a minute, and then I looked down, I'm like, oh wait, I gave him the upgrade with the leap on it, so I can just leap out of this trap you've set me in. Because he had the hog oil salesman like surrounded by like 3 models.
Woof.
And pinned in with like 5 ski markers, and I was just like, oh wait, I can just leap away as long as I don't black joker. So he went through this whole other process of trying to throw this piglet, which was very amusing, and I'm almost a little sad it didn't happen, but I'll take my win where I can get it, especially against Linder.
Mm-hmm.
So Rowan came out with also a win and a diff of 3, and so we were just adamant you guys were going to fight each other round 2, and that didn't happen.
That did not happen.
We speculated that Brandon perhaps had fixed it so that you wouldn't, but then Doug looked at the tournament and Longshanks and was like, "No, you didn't mess with this." So
I ended up with another Doug instead, and I got Doug Bowman.
Doug Bowman
for a Gen Con rematch, which was just a delight. Doug is always a wonderful gentleman to play against.
Not me.
And
the other one.
Yes, I mean you're also a wonderful gentleman to play against, but
I don't. Okay,
you're a different experience. So he was playing Karis, I was doing Kin still, and this was the oh wait, I forgot I should have packed Bash. Hey Roman, can I borrow your Bash route?
Mm-hmm.
Because that Gator does some good work into Recover Evidence. So after a series of trying to chomp into spiders and killing cultists, and basically trying to chase Karis's models around the table, trying to keep Karis engaged with the lucky effigy for 2 turns. Not to grow it, just to specifically keep her engaged and take her actions. Which somehow worked.
At least you have experience in chasing Karis around the table from other games.
Yeah. That game, I also took a win. I ended up 1 point over him.
Nice.
Which we were both expecting to come out a tie because that's how we went last time. But I managed to, and I believe Doug told me this was his first loss at Gen Con in several years.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dang.
He's only ever won or tied.
Yep.
So I finally handed him an L, and he was like, "Thank you. You can stop tryharding now."
Oh, thank God.
I'm happy to help my friend.
Yep. Extra points. Their game was happening directly to my right for round 2, so all of the delight that was happening just kind of spilled over onto me and my opponent, which it was already a fun game. You had a lawyer telling a dinosaur to go the hell away. Which the dinosaur did not, and did eventually eat the lawyer.
I mean, as is fated.
As you do.
Exactly. But yeah, no, I also ended up winning my Tony into Marcus game, right next to Nate. And so I turned to him after the game being like, "Hey, how'd you do?" And we'd kind of go back and forth, and it turns out our diff was once again the same.
It sure was. So then we get to round 3.
Yep.
Where I'm playing against Roman.
Yep, where the universe self-corrected.
The person I played a month ago and good things happened.
Sorry.
God damn it.
I'm not sorry at all.
There's all kinds of cool new people that I've never met at Gen Con, and I play against Linder and Roman.
Look, it's the natural order
Doug
of the world.
Bowman of all people.
As my mom always said growing up, cream seeks its own level, my friend.
I don't want to seek your cream.
Wow.
No, in this case, we're both the cream in the milk bottle of life.
I think my cream curdled a bit after this game. Spoiler alert, it did not go well for Ophelia and Ken.
Yeah,
despite our best efforts.
Yeah, no, you had me scratching my head at a number of places, but you were playing against a Colette crew very practiced at playing into Boundary Dispute. Dispute.
There's better crews I could have brought into Boundary Dispute. I just didn't have them with me, and I was only playing Kid because I didn't want to stress my brain out too much.
Yep.
I am moderately pleased with how well I dealt with at least the first half of the Choreography.
Yeah, no, turn 1, I had thrown the Choreography up to kind of be able to move people around when it activated, because it was over the center line before that.
No. Mind you, before it activated, it was 3 inches away from my deployment zone.
Yeah. That's how that works.
That's fucked up. That shit ain't right. I'm just Presto, that's here now.
Presto
it's also defensible power 7 for some goddamn reason.
And move.
Fucking.
This sounds exactly like the kind of bullshit Roman would pull, though.
Absolutely.
It doesn't seem outside of.
However, I was meandering my options because I mean, Kin is a really good crew and has some good options. And I had an impact token on Ophelia and the upgrade that gives her +1 damage with an impact, an additional +1 damage with an impact token. And then I looked at the back of her card and I saw that beautiful bonus action, or that beautiful signature action, imitate. If I flip a 5, I can copy any non-master target's action and use it myself. Do you know that Corfy attack that does 1 damage twice? But if you have an impact token that does +2 damage, you can make it 3 damage twice.
Ew.
Corfy don't like that so much.
And armor only works once, it turns out.
Yeah, armor only works once. So I can get 1 hit through for 5 damage.
Yep. Today I learned.
Feels pretty good to me.
Yep.
So Corfy did not last that much longer after that. It did take a little you I was trying to be clever and use the ability on the Springy Legs upgrade, where whenever you end the leap, anything in base contact with you takes a damage. So I was just trying to damage the Corfy with that instead of actually attacking its stupid defense stats.
Yep.
And I almost got it dead with that, except Frank couldn't pass that final duel that I needed on that turn, so I had to go a whole other turn trying to deal with this thing.
Yep. And at that point, between when, I believe it was after Ophelia shot it, because I was like, I am not going to kill too many things here, but you have a lot of models. And 3 of mine are doves, which are better than I think as models they've ever been, but they're still flying pieces of utility.
Yeah.
So I was like, I should probably kill something. And I believe it was one of your...
My poor raiders.
Yeah, one of your raiders.
Yeah.
2 of your raiders.
You carved up my raiders pretty quick.
Yep.
I was trying to avoid that, but you slipped past me and carved them up.
Yep. And ended in base contact with your middle strat marker.
Mm-hmm.
Which was
still in my deployment zone, mind you.
Yeah, hasn't been touched. I was like, that's staying right there.
Yeah, it sure did.
Yep. Because it turns out, the next turn when Frank killed it before they activated, what happened, Nate?
2 more fucking little Corfy.
Yep.
Or fully significant realized models.
Which I had a blast with, because I had not had anybody put the effort into killing a Corfy since the beta.
God, that was just like, oh, now there's 2 of these motherfuckers. Great.
And they spent the rest of the game either slowing Frank, or after he was slowed, slowing somebody else within 6 inches.
Oh my God. So frustrating.
Yeah.
Just immediately, fucking chop down the main issue, and then 2 new, smaller issues immediately present themselves.
Yep.
Oh, I wanted to die, and then there were the tornado alarms and the rain in the hall, and my brain was melting.
Yep. Our brains all definitely melted a little bit when the tornado siren went off. And then Brandon was like, hey guys, we're already in an internal room. Keep playing. We're going to give you a little extra time, which is very much appreciated, because whoever was running the system of like running the hey, there's a tornado warning. Thank you, announcements. That's the word I couldn't find. There's got to be a way on your intercom to say, pipe it into these rooms, not everywhere. You could turn it off on the internal rooms where we're already there, please and thank you, because that shit went off every 2.5, 3 minutes.
Yeah,
it was loud.
It was loud, and it was
mind-numbingly loud.
Yeah.
I didn't know where Katie was, so I was a little worried about that too. She was fine. She was under Lucas Oil, I think. So she was safe. But I texted her. I was like, Katie, are you good? Wife, please.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Roman's spanking my ass.
Hot.
Turns out, by the way, the math for dealing with Maris and Squish and Squash while they're out on a date is send Colette after them with sparkle smoke bombs. It won't stop them, but it will slow them down.
I think that would improve a date, honestly.
She got in between, though. She started cutting in. That was the problem.
She was a third wheel.
She was saying leave. She's got between them and said leave room for Colette.
I mean, that's really a good plan anyway.
We're not Colette-tions.
The lesbian cock blocking other lesbians? How dare she?
Brutal, right?
And then you killed my lawyer.
I sure did. Killed the fuck out of that lawyer. That felt good. Especially when you left him on 1 wound and then I just leapt into him.
Yeah, I was
That
sad.
was funny. I was just
That
like, I
was
don't really
funny.
have to do this, but I really just want to Sparta kick this motherfucker.
Yeah, no, that was perfect.
Spring slap.
And then you kicking the flank that Squish and Squash were on my marker all the way back to my deployment zone. That was fucking hilarious.
I was like,
well,
that is going away.
Yep.
It's not going to help, but it's gone. I don't want to see it.
It helped because otherwise I would have been like, well, that's going to go over on my side of the table and stay there, or your side of the table rather, and stay there.
I mean, score-wise, I don't think that would have mattered.
Probably not, but
I don't think I scored any boundary marker points.
I don't believe so, no.
Yeah.
But no, it was a fun game. I felt really bad about your frustration, and I will say this again for all the internet here. I super appreciate you for always being one of the players I know. Even when it's a frustrating game, you're having a good time, and you're making both of those things apparent.
That's why you're an 8 and not a dud.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I know I can ham it up in that instance. So
yeah.
There were expletives shouted.
Yeah, we finished this game, and I like immediately jumped around the table to give him a hug, being like, "I am making you so many drinks when we get home."
There was one point where I'm literally just like banging my head on the table. I black jokered something or some dumb shit. And I'm just like, buff, buff, buff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was one of the games of all time.
But importantly, in the last two activations, you know me well enough to be like, well, he's got a Dove and he's got Colette left.
Yeah, it was fun. And I know this motherfucker. He's greedy.
Yep. And you were like, based on what's going on, it's got to be this scheme. Or no, you already knew because I actually
you already revealed the first part. Yeah.
Because
you needed to pick up corpses.
Mm-hmm.
You needed to pick up enemy corpses, and there were only 2 of my corpses on the board. Notably.
And I was like, hey, I could do that with Colette's activation, and that would be the whole thing.
Uh-huh.
Or I could move this Dove first, who's going to have a nothing activation anyway.
Which save Colette one action.
One action for style points to potentially stop you from something.
This fucking showman.
There was a voice in the back of my head that just wasn't talking loud enough, being like, don't fucking do it, Roman. Don't do it. Get the point. And I was like, no.
Meanwhile,
style.
there's an ability. There is a literal on the bonus action on the crew card that all my unique models get to do. As a cost, I get to remove a remains marker. I just have to get within 3 of a remains marker, and I can say that is gone as a signature action. So I just have Squish and Squash just hop, walk, what? Hey, look, a body. Yay.
Yep. And then
there's not enough corpses to pick up.
Yep. So yeah, that was a point lost on my end through my own stupidity. And then I don't think there was a way I could have stopped yours at all for, was that Detonate or Ensnare? I forget.
I think
it was
Detonate.
Detonate.
What I took at the end. Probably Detonate. Detonate's easier. Yeah, because I had like Hog Oil set it up, and you had everyone over there.
Yep.
And Shadow Lark cost 1 million points.
Fact
so I could just
for all
engage
this.
her with a little shithead.
Exactly. So all of that is worth noting because at the end of the day, I ended up getting second, which felt really good. That's definitely thank you. And I was 2 diff points off from tying diff with the guy who got first, our friend Reggie, also from Toledo. And had I tied him there, I had outscored him on total points. So literally 2 diff points, and that was one of them through my own showmanship stupidity. Yep. So maybe I learned something about hubris that day. I don't know. I'm still getting the glitter out of my beard.
Yeah.
But thank you again for the wonderful game.
Small correction. Nate implied that Roman had a diff of 1 in round 2, and Ian, in fact, had a diff of 4.
Oh.
And the only reason I was worried about that is because that made it sound like my Tony list barely won, and how fucking dare you. Look, okay.
The Tony getting red Joker on her get some attack helped when she was punching 3 things.
Yes, but like it's the best Tony 1 list I've seen in Malifaux 4th edition. Flank evidence and make it look like an accident is your round 1 pool. For those of you that don't know that chain, it's make it look like an accident into ensnare into frame job, and that is the fastest 6 points you can get in the game.
Nice.
Yep. He hadn't. I wanted to call this out too, by the way. He'd seen the potential for make it look like an accident with either lawyer telling you, hey, obey off the roof, or any of the uniques saying, come here on the crew card. When we got to frame job, this was literally the last activation and last action before Amina died. He had not seen anybody obey one of his any minions to run up and be like, by the way, punch Tony for frame job.
Nice.
He died laughing. He was like, that is so fucking clever.
You've been framed.
Oh, you probably didn't burn a stone just to like hit him back as an insult to injury, did you? You're probably running low on stones at that point. You said you were denying a lot of charges.
Yeah, no, it wasn't there, but I did one earlier, and that did help. Because getting that injured out was nice.
Yep. All right. So congratulations on Roman getting second place in the tournament. Congratulations on Nate. Let's see, 8th place.
I think I was at 8. Nate at 8. Yep.
Nate at 8 out of 21. That is
I'll
pretty
take
darn
it.
good.
It's top half.
Yeah.
Also to Reggie at first and Anne-Marie, our friend, at third in an Ophelia cosplay.
Thank you, Anne-Marie, by the way, for letting me bitch about Trench Crusade for like a solid 20 minutes.
Oh, you mean, sorry, who's Anne-Marie? You mean Owen from Trench Crusade, right?
Sorry, Owen from Trench Crusade. Owen from Trench Crusade pointed that Owen went to a Trench Crusade demo, and Owen did not have a great time because apparently you can just die because of you rolled a critical hit.
That's the sign of a good demo when the other guy basically tables you.
Yeah. And it's like, oh, does this give me an opportunity to complain about Trench Crusade? And then I looked at Nate, and Nate was like, go ahead.
I don't care.
Thank you. Thank you, Nate. The only person I know that plays it, okay?
I don't even
I'm sure
play
there are
it.
people that have mentioned.
I just bought the book, essentially.
Oh, okay.
I've literally never played it, so.
Don't have enough gray and brown in your paint options?
I've got a little bit. I've got new oil and Daggraxorus Jade. I can make something
That's
work.
all you need.
Well, you need grit. That's the other thing.
I've got grit. Hold on. What do we got here? We got volcanic texture paste. That'll work.
Oh.
Well, hang on. And then you need to shake all that up and pour it over ice, and then you're ready to paint.
Okay.
Delicious.
Exactly.
So,
get you in the mood.
Sunday, we had
Sunday.
Iron Brush.
An absolute delight.
All 6 of us.
Yes.
And so this year, instead of it being a fat cap, it was the female slip streamer.
6 of us being the 4 of us and Megan and my wife, Katie. Specifically.
There are honorary members.
Katie doesn't really paint, so she was having fun.
Yeah. Everyone was having a blast. The way they messed with us was a little bit different than last year. Like right off the bat, we got a shitty wide dry brush thing to start with, and that was the hardest. That was the hardest thing for me.
With like a 3-inch handle.
Yeah. And unlike I think everyone else at the table, that is the brush I ended with. So that was my suffering.
Look, I bargained hard for the Omni brush.
Hell
you did.
I like that they gave me the Omni brush as a punishment. I was just like, sweet, this is dope.
Yeah,
and then they took it away.
I knew that it was a good thing and helpful thing, so I didn't bother to try and get it because I knew it wasn't going to fuck with me. I was trying to give shit away again. They kept stealing my palette. I was like, fine, whatever. I'm just going to put paint on the fucking table and use that because they're not going to take the tablecloth away.
I was doing the same thing, and then after Texas Doug stole my palette, he then was like, "Oh, you spilled some stuff here. Let me wipe that up for you." And wiped it all up. I was like, "Oh, you devilish man,
you scoundrel."
So anyway, one of the ongoing things I like to do is like mess with, not give you any new paint water to clean, or just take it away completely. And so I knew that was happening. So I brought a big gulp of like smart water. And so I was just refilling it for myself and anyone at the table. And so we had an extra paint tray in the center where we were just dumping our shit. And it was
a swamp
really
of water.
Swamp of water. I became royalty. I don't remember
Yep.
how I became royalty, but
You were the paper towels guy, the king of paper
they were
towels,
king of paper towels, and then Roman was the
the pope
Pope.
of pallets,
Pope of Pallets, and there was a
and
brush
there was
princess.
the princess of brushes. I was a very clever boy. I brought pants that like already had paint stains on them, so that even if I didn't have any paper towels or anything to wipe my brush, I could just pull the Bob Ross and beat the devil of it out of my brush on my pants. So I just ended up with like different colored streaks around my knees.
Perfect.
I just
Megan
wiped
had
it
a-
off on my arm.
Yeah, that works too.
Megan had a similar idea. She brought she has a craft apron that she wears, and she was in like cute cosplay. So she just like pulled the upper end of that onto the table, and I was like, sweet, paper towel.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I didn't really do a terribly great job this year compared to last year, which I'm still really impressed how well I did last year. Mostly because my brush was not super great. It turns out, though, what makes a decent precision tip is just ripping off a piece of your plastic, your styrofoam paint tray, and then using that as a paint point. But you still only do so much detail with it. I managed to do eyeballs.
Nice.
Not my best eye job, if you will. But it was serviceable. But Doug gave me freedom
Serviceable
to
eye job.
give
Title of my sex
people
tape.
paper towels as I saw fit. And I thought of a scheme, and I'm really, really happy with the scheme. So the slipstreamer is on this big old sailboard, and so there's this big open part of the model that folks were painting. I was like, you know what, this is what we're gonna do to make this the most unique model out of everyone else's in this event. And anyone that wanted a paper towel had to paint a doodle on my sailboard. And so I got a whole bunch of doodles. Sadly, no one in
Nice.
on the other table wanted a paper towel or to participate in my shenanigans, which was kind of disappointing. But it's whatever. We took all the fun from them. They weren't allowed to have any fun, I guess.
We had the cooler table. That's what it comes
Yeah, we
down
did.
to.
But I also got everyone in our little group to also do a doodle, and then just to fuck around. Roman's Pope hat had a brush stabbed through it to keep it in shape, whereas I didn't have that. Mine fell apart very quickly. But the brush was just sticking like straight up in the air. So it was like, I'm going to be a little bastard. Ran over. Roman, can I fuck with your head? And he likes that, so he let me do it. And I put a little bit of paint on that brush sticking up and told him to hold his head still, and then I just moved the model against the paintbrush to paint a little smiley face. I was quite proud of that.
It was pretty good, yeah. For reference for everybody, my Pope hat was made, as the Pope of Pallets, was made with a palette and paper towels.
And a brush.
And a brush, yes.
So you really were the Roman Catholic Church.
Yes.
Close.
My main concern is that, the booze Pope may excommunicate me for this, but I'm going to see if I can mend fences.
Any other points of interest from Iron Brush?
I had a good time. I definitely didn't get as far on the painting as I did the last year, but there was a specific reason for that. And that is, slipstreamers are one of the boxes that I hadn't got around to buying, and I already know my theme for my EVS crew, in which Maxine is going to be Dr. Mrs. the Monarch. So all of the minions are going to be the Monarch henchmen. So on this sail, I was like, this has got to be a giant Monarch butterfly wing. There's no way in hell with this brush or bit of sprue that I was painting with for a bit of time there that I'm doing like that level of smooth circles of black detail. So I'm just going to focus on kind of getting this sail to be a blended yellow-orange thing. I kept getting the image of Jim's like solar sail thing from Treasure Planet in my head was what I was aiming for. But it turns out that orange and yellow take for fucking ever to dry. So I was sitting there a lot just putting on repeated layers of that stuff wherever I could and kind of messing with the board and the water. But I'm pretty pleased with where it is. It's a good base from which to do the detail work I want to do. But I also had the same thought as you, Doug, if I didn't get as far in the actual model this year as last year. But it was fun. I liked it. Nate, Vic, as your first iron brushionings, what did you think?
Yeah, it was fun. I was trying, based on the colors we ended up getting, there was a lot of pinks and oranges. So I was trying to go for like a synthwave kind of thing, for like I was trying to do like gradients and shit. It ended up looking more Patrick Star, and I'm okay with that.
Nice.
God, a fucking SpongeBob AVS crew sounds amazing.
Oh, that's another crew that can go in the wet crew game.
Yeah.
Fuck, yeah. Shit. Does Calypso have to be the pineapple then?
Probably.
Actually, I painted Dr. Beeb as SpongeBob and Calypso as Mr. Krabs. So
Nice.
Okay. Oh yeah,
had
it
that
is.
thought.
I forgot he has the pinching. I should have.
He's a big crab.
I'm dumb. Okay. Wait, then who's Maxine and Orville in that? Mermaid
I'm
Man,
doing
Barnacle Boy.
specific.
Mermaid
That's
Man and
pretty
Barnacle
good.
Boy. Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, Vic, I don't know if this was extrapolated from, but the day before Iron Brush, when I saw Doug, I said, "Hey, we're all going to be there. You know, Doug and Nate and I are there for getting messed with. Don't not mess with Megan, but don't mess with Megan nearly as much as you would the rest of us. Like I want her to have fun with this, and she hasn't been painting much recently." And he, of course, was a perfect gentleman and took that to heart. So I don't know if that spread
only had
to
to-
both you and Katie, or
He only had to be threatened with shanking once.
yeah, no, and that was the next part of that story. If he comes up like to Megan's side, and is like, "Hey, Megan, you got a really nice paint palette there," which is his thing he'd been saying to everybody right as he like steals it and trades it out with something else. And Megan, just calmly as anything, is painting at her slipstreamer and just in a deadpan voice says, "I will shank you." And
Doesn't
Doug
even
just
look up.
stops. Yep. And Doug just stops and goes, "Okay."
Turns
I
out
think that
sometimes threats of bodily violence also work in Iron Brush.
If I remember correctly, that was also the point where he said to me, "Roman, you married up." And I said, "I know."
Yeah, I think we all agreed with that statement.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we all
Yeah,
did.
we did.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's talk about Bonanza Brawl. We've only spent an hour and 20 minutes on Gen Con. Well, okay.
not
To
bad.
be fair, we sidetracked for a solid like
Uh-huh.
20, 25 minutes, which is we do.
Yeah,
No.
we also like God.
I was gonna say the discovery of there only being 4 types of Malifaux players was very Gen Con based. That's on topic.
Very
Yeah.
important.
Yeah, we made it back up though by not talking about my Saturday. So
Mm.
Oh shit.
let's keep going.
Do you want to talk about your Saturday?
Please.
I had poisons in gaming and literature, which I desperately tried taking notes on, but bro was going. Which turned out to be really valid because he went all the way to the end without stopping.
Wow.
And breathe once.
After that, I had Fear Itself using horror and TTRPGs.
Nice.
That was really informative and a good class. And then I was supposed to have a panel on cosmic horror, which I skipped. I didn't pay for it, so it wasn't like I'm losing money. And I was just kind of done at that point. And I used that time to hang out in the hall and, witness the great Gen Con inside rain.
That was crazy.
The old Gen Con 2026 monsoon.
Hopefully that gets factored into the work they're doing on the convention center.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Yeah.
It better be.
I heard either yesterday or earlier today, I forget which. Apparently, they're expecting the con hall to have like an extra. Actually, I don't know if this is specifically the con hall, but they're expecting the hotel work nearby to be done for next year, which should help with the hotel room situations, and also should factor in like an extra 100,000 feet or something for con space.
Nice.
So I don't know if that's just the hotel space or if that's also they're doing work to the ICC or what, but they're aware they need more space.
I mean, they're absolutely doing work to the ICC.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they better work on that roof a little bit.
Oh yeah, we forgot one other important thing on Saturday night when Roman decided to go on a date with his wife with some other
And we
people.
weren't invited.
So we weren't invited. So
we
me
went and
and
got
Katie and Doug and Victoria went to the spaghetti factory and had our own date where we shit talked Roman and ate spaghetti.
Perfect. And this
And
was
it
very
lovely.
therapeutic for Nate because he needed it after that game and deserved it after that game.
Like, yeah, it's kind of nice just having a venting session over spaghetti. And
It was good
broccoli that Roman
spaghetti.
wouldn't like.
And the
Goddamn
broccoli.
right.
Yeah.
Fucking trees.
Delicious.
So good.
Yeah, Spaghetti Factory is good as always.
I had the garlic misadventures, which was like, there's so much garlic. I am still tasting garlic.
Hell yeah.
Nice. Is that from that or is that from Hot Pot?
No, that was absolutely from the pasta because I didn't do that much garlic at Hot Pot.
You're not like me where I'm like, I will take this whole damn bowl of entire garlic and throw it into my hot pot and then deliciously eat it.
Yeah.
Also, it turns out the secret to getting seated at the Spaghetti Factory in a decent time at GenCon is just only being
Only
a party
4
of
people.
4 instead of like, more than that because they can just put you over on the 4-person booths.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, they're just like, meh.
Yeah, we got space for you. It should be like 30 minutes. Hooray. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, sorry, we're
Bonanza
done.
Brawl.
We're done talking about spaghetti and GenCon. Let's talk about Brawl.
So
I could
what's
talk about spaghetti for hours.
Bonanza Brawl, you ask? Where the fuck have you been? I'll reply with that, but sure, okay, the quick rundown of it. So we invented Bonanza Brawl, one, to come up with a sort of party game that can involve several people around the same table. And 2, it was initially to make use of the Shifting Loyalties deck that Weird had put out for Malifaux 2nd Edition, which involved like your crew getting a whole bunch of different items that makes them more powerful. So that was initially created at the tail end of 2nd Edition. We made a version for 3rd Edition that was much more official. We had made our own deck, and Weird was cool enough to also host the rules and make the deck available for print. And so 4th edition came around and we had a responsibility to bring it back. And it took us a long while.
Yeah, it took a
to
while.
do.
Yeah.
Yep.
We've
Part
been
did a pretty good job, though.
busy.
Yes.
We've all been
busy.
having various emergencies.
Yes.
Mhm.
And also, I decided that I needed to take the time to learn how to fucking program in Vassal.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like 90% done with the Vassal module to run Bonanza Brawl.
Yay.
Turns out
Yay.
Vassal
Cool
is Vassal's kind of a shit show.
Yeah, it wasn't terribly easy. And I mean, like in all honesty, when I got people to do games, there was like 3. So I was a little whatever. So changes to the I guess we can go changes to the rules because I'm hoping most people have an understanding of how Bonanza Brawl plays, but effectively, we'll just do the quick run on fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, so single model per person, and you've got some markers on the board, big old 50mm markers that represent big piles of stuff. And the whole story behind it is that your character is like, oh, I wanted this stuff, but there are other people that also wanted this stuff, so I'm going to take this stuff and beat them over the head with it to shoo them off, as well as lay claim to said stuff, so that I can have an excuse for putting down scheme markers in this game. So
The Twizzle pile.
Twizzle pile.
Treasure pile.
Twizzle pile.
It's been a hot minute since we've... Anyway,
Twizzle pile. Yeah.
Twizzle pile.
So that's basically how the game's always kind of run, outside of like the 2nd edition version. But the goal behind it being make as many models in the game as viable as possible, and also prevents as few models as possible from being able to be used. So there's a few things where we had to like. No, really, I think the only one we specifically said you can't do right now is Marathane.
Mm-hmm.
And I expertly written in the rules that the model had to have wounds. But yeah, you can bring totems and other dash costed models. They're cost being their wounds -1. That was one of the changes that we had in the rules. So now I can go over the changes. Cool, yeah.
Whoa!
Feel free
Yay!
to interrupt me and chime in, by the way, as well. So in this time around, you have a hiring pool of 11 stones. Specifically used the word pool to let people know that you, in fact, are still keeping track of your cash, because soul stones can be used by anyone, technically, if you've got something to spend it on, at least.
Me.
Yep.
The 11 cost means you can bring writers, which is different from last edition.
Yes. However, said writers don't have any stones, so I'm not sure why you would want to bring them anyways. Well, they could die.
Yeah.
Well, no, they would have a cache of 2 because they don't have. So that's the other
They
thing.
don't have a crew card, yeah.
Some people
Yeah.
kind of need their crew card to function at 100%. So we said you can bring a crew card that you have for your keyword, any keyword you have. And if you choose not to bring a crew card, you get 2 extra soul stones. So
I mean, I guess they could technically bring the Rusty Alice crew card.
oh yeah, they could.
I'd allow
You're
it.
not wrong. Yeah,
I don't know if it'd be helpful.
it'd be funny,
Yeah.
which is almost the same thing.
Yes.
In Bonanza Brawl, yeah, actually.
Now I'm curious.
I should buy that flank
Keep going,
deployment.
while I slake my curiosity.
Sowena Woman.
Sowena woman.
Did we change it to be flank back in 3rd, or is that something new?
No, we did. We started doing flank in 3rd.
Okay, I think that was maybe during our one errata we had.
Yeah, when we were trying to like really fine tune stuff.
No, deployment zones, nothing new here. Okay, that's the base encounter changes. Gameplay changes. No passing is allowed. And
Everybody gets one activation,
Mhm.
which we had to put in because Syndicate likes to be cheaty with their crew cards.
Yeah. Nope. The reshuffling we also included in the errata pass as well. Simultaneous effects. Hand size, right. We went back and forth on hand size for a bit, and we settled on if you have 4 to 5 players, you have a 4-card hand, and if you have 6 to 8 players, you have a 5-card hand. That seems to be working best. For a bit there, it was like number of players -1, and even though everyone at the 8-person table, a hand of 7 was too much.
Yeah. There was a lot of cards.
A lot of cards.
Yeah. For one model.
Yep. Oh, this is new. The resummon effect no longer uses a card from your deck. Instead, because I realized that I think I saw someone flip a 13 on the resummon, and like that sucks that you actually can't use that for anything good. So our workaround is that you flip off of the loot deck, and that card that you flipped becomes your upgrade you get for free if you're not in first place. We are very clever.
Yes.
Quite elegant.
Yeah, I really like that solution, honestly.
It was a good fix.
No summons, replacements, has to be a singular model, so you could bring leftovers, but you would only become 1 bisection, and that bisection could only become 1 last bite, so not
Why would you?
Yeah.
At least keeps you alive for a good long while. It's obnoxious.
Yep. Well, I mean, that's the point of the model, but
yeah, exactly.
You just have to kind of do a workaround because I think there's a lot more cases where people die and turn into multiple things in this edition.
Yeah. Core fee leftovers. I don't think if there's anything else. There might be one.
I mean,
or two more.
could be completely crazy and thinking of something else, but whatever. Yeah, no, we'll say this is the core fee tax.
Wind Golem.
Wind Golem.
Yeah. Okay.
Does he summon or replace?
Oh, it is summon for him, I think, actually.
Yeah,
it's your choice of 2 of them or drop 2 scheme
yeah,
markers.
it's 2 summon Wind
Well,
Gammon.
you know, we'll say this is a future proof. There we go. Moving on.
Yeah. There's enough effects that it's not something you want to be dealing with anyways, because it's supposed to be a singleton format.
Yeah.
Also, the replace effect cannot increase your cost. So,
which I do appreciate that, because that means we can bring Cedra and Vogel and any other things that pop up like that.
But I think the big obvious thing there was bringing in a effigy and then having a giant cache and then immediately promoting on your first activation seemed a bit too much. Same thing with like tots slash those guys. The prepare action. This is slightly controversial, but I'm gonna put my foot down on this. The prepare action may instead remove one token from the model.
Nice.
Specifically, we found that this was a little frustrating for poison and beer goggles, because once you get poison on you, there's literally no way for you to take it off unless you luck into a self condition removal. So, you know what? You can remove it. It's going to cost you an action, so it's not nothing. So you can still put a negative condition on some token. Sorry, fucking whatever. On someone, and then at the very worst, it becomes a slow. So,
yeah.
Oh, this one, we keep enjoying more and more the more people remember you can do it. During actions, any enemy model may be treated as a friendly model if both players agree. If a player wants to treat an enemy model as an ally, the owner must agree, and the requesting player must discard a card.
You're my star employee. My friend Bishop, employee of the month.
Star employee is a great use of that.
Yep.
Also, being able to like, hey, can I move through you? Is really useful.
Just walk away for no effect.
That was a little guidance on my part. It's like you move here, and then you ask the person, "Hey, are we friends?" And they say yes, and now you can charge through them. You know, they're no longer blocking your charge line.
Yeah, it's like, hey, so I want to go fuck up that guy. Please let me through.
Who we're all upset about.
Who we're all upset about.
We all hate that guy.
It gives a more. It doesn't specifically codify like politicking or socializing at the table, but it opens the door and and shows them the path to do it very nicely.
But also it is very much a hey. At the end of the day, this game is about doing some bullshit.
Yeah.
And having fun.
Yep.
And making each other laugh as much as possible.
The next time I get to play, I'm bringing Fitzsimmons and then basically charging everyone a card for damage reduction.
Nice.
Fucking extortionist.
Those are union dues. Get it right.
You can reduce that by one. You just gotta pay a card.
I'll be your friend.
For a price.
For your cards.
Not my cards.
Okay.
Your cards.
On to the looting section. We decided that looting, like picking up the objects, is no longer an interact action. Thank you. Don't turn your back. That wasn't as much of a thank you. We had to get around that because the idea of the game is for you to get cool shit, and someone deploying next to you and suddenly saying you can't get cool shit, fuck you, is anathema to the game. So we had to have a way around that. So we invented two new actions, loot being the one where you pull a piece of fun thing out of the stack, the big pile marker, and then the yoink action, which lets you pick one up off the ground. I guess we could probably merge those two together, but whatever.
Nah,
they're fun.
Yeah.
Yoink is a good action.
Just two benefits from just grab the card out loud, it's killed, just explode like Sonic the Hedgehog. Small change, just basically everything that was base contact is now 1 inch away for most things.
Yeah.
Including your Sonic the Hedgehog explosion.
As is consistent with the addition.
Let's print a copy of loot deck. Let's run a card. Scoring pretty much stayed the same, with the exception of that we had to put back in the 3rd edition limit of ski markers cannot be within 4 inches of another ski marker.
Yep.
Well, and we took that even a step further because in previous editions it was when placed by the interact, we had to make it blanket.
Yep. Because otherwise, false claim would be a bit way too damn good.
People started causing problems, and
pre-nerf citrus was also not great.
Yeah.
It's Prey, they're nerfed, but I still think the rule's good to have in there.
Yeah.
Means you have to put like a lot of effort into getting your max 5 down. That's the way you want
you
to
have
go.
to kind of
score.
utilize both treasure piles instead of just like having a stack next to one.
Mhm.
You gotta like spread out around the board, which is
Yep.
good. It
Yeah.
promotes interactivity in the game mode.
And paste with the loot cards if you use an interact action. And the last little bit, you get a BP if you use the interact action to remove an enemy ski marker. I mean, ski marker play is still really good, especially for new people that don't immediately clock how good ski markers are.
Uh-huh.
And so that incentive there for like, if you put the effort into burning one of your few actions to remove these things, there was some benefit to you, not just stopping them from running away with the scoring. And those are the rules changes. Anything else we want to discuss before we talk about cards?
Yeah, I think
No.
that all makes sense. It's the Bonanza Brawl you know and love. It now works for 4th edition. Hooray!
Hooray!
Yay!
Go forth and enjoy the game.
Now on the cards, I spent the most time on, but I was the one that had like, this is kind of my baby, so I was happy to put a lot of effort into writing the cards, but it's still our game and we all take ownership of it. I'm just the mommy in this case. I carried this game for 9 months.
So it's Mommy Doug now instead of Daddy Doug.
Mommy Doug, yeah. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with either, really.
Mommy Bonanza.
So, like, a few changes in this deck is that we finally decided that we could do things that interacted with the game of Bonanza Brawl itself. Because initially in 2nd edition, we had the cards from shifting loyalties that didn't really have metagame stuff in them, and then the deck we made in 3rd edition didn't really have metagame stuff in there. Technically, all those cards could be put on a model in a game of Malifaux, and they would more or less be functional and be usable. But then we realized this is our own game, and you aren't going to be using this deck outside of Bonanza Brawl, so we can do stuff that fucks with Bonanza Brawl. So we've got like one custom token in the entire deck that effectively, that's the one that prevents people from looting or yoinking. As well as one of the cards I believe is just it counts as 2 for scoring
Yep.
instead of 1.
Yep.
And that
And
seems
that's
to
one of the choices on one side, so you can always
Yes.
take the other one.
See, we'll just leave that as so. Not going to give away all the cards because some of the fun is people reacting to, oh, that's in there kind of bullshit. So we still talk about some of our favorites, though. I think there's even more in jokes this time around. So the only one I'm kind of worried about people who aren't at all familiar with the show are going to scratch their head at is the fucking keys to the yurt.
Listen, they get to try to figure that out.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's like any hints either,
Nope.
which makes it even better. Let me which one are you? Where are you?
That's not what I want. Not what I want either.
Oh, there's a
Why
find.
is-
Why can't I just use the find? Keys to the yurt. Option 1, don't tread on me. This model gains the following tactical action: Stiletto Stomp, which is effectively a leap with a TN14 speed duel on the end there to make people take 1 damage, with the fun custom trigger of was that a tent with legs ? Or the other one being Big Mad, which I also very appreciate. Had so much fun with these custom names. You have no idea. And then the other option, besides don't tread on me, is 3-meter tall fishnet stockings, which gives you lure.
Very normal. Very normal thing.
Very normal.
So you look at this, keys to the yurt. What the fuck? And people probably don't even know what a fucking yurt is. And suddenly we're talking about walking on people and fishnet stockings. So they're probably thinking a yurt is some kind of pair of legs, which is...
I mean, this one has them.
Yes, this one has them. We're talking about the fuck yurt people. If you summon...
If you're listening to this show...
Go back to the Malva Port Authority, I think is when...
God, I don't
the first
remember
one?
when we came up with the fuck yurt.
The yurt was well before Port Authority. It was definitely
Okay.
a Port Authority-esque episode, but we had not named it a specific
Fair,
thing.
yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure the fuck yurt either sprouted directly from or gave birth directly to Wedbed Behead. Like, it's been around a minute.
Yeah,
Yeah, that sounds right. So I guess I revealed one. So let's go clockwise, Victoria.
Excuse me.
Talk about some of your favorites.
Snowbound Guard makes a triumphant return.
Ah, yes.
And they kissed.
And then they kissed.
Wait, return? I don't think we had that in.
We had something that referenced the Snowbound Guard in third.
Yeah, there was a reference.
But this is the actual book.
Yeah.
What does Snowbound Guard get you?
I don't have the cards up.
I got it. I might got it. Snowbound card. Option 1, high quality literature. It's
air quotes for anybody not watching the video right now.
Literature.
It's called hentai and it's art.
Or as the internet has taught me, cliterature.
Nice.
It gives you the following tactical action, ellipsis, and then they kissed, which is basically like a distracted grenade. Well, no, you pulse it out of 3. Never mind, not a grenade. But not only do you give distracted out to things within 3 inches of you, you gain aura entranced. It's such good smut. It's just distracting to everyone. Everyone wants to read it.
Yes.
I just like the idea that the model is just pontificating about just reading it out loud.
Mm-hmm. The second option, Port Authority Shipping Manifest. This model gains the following ability. Another for my collection. When this model takes the prepare action, it may take the action again for every scheme marker within 3 inches. Probably the only reason you're going to take the prepare action, unless you really need to strip like poison off of you now, because taking it once, usually that shielded or focused or adaptable is not really worth burning an action on, but suddenly getting all 3 at once, a lot more tempting.
Mm-hmm.
So, Victoria, why is this one of your favorites? Why is this one of your favorites?
Because I'm in love with the frickin' Snowbound Guard grimoire from Through the Breach. Because the lore,
wonderful.
chef's kiss. Like, what do you mean? There's a spell book that's just smut.
What do you mean this book is loosely based on a real life person and she's big mad about its existence, been trying to collect it so she can burn every copy?
Right? And what do you mean there's spells hidden in this? What? Yeah.
I do love the few grimoires in Through the Breach that are like just mass-produced books. Yeah, there's multiple of these.
Yeah, they're
you
all
could
over the
theoretically
place.
find any number of them. You just have to be able to understand the magic that's within.
Also, like, this is absolutely banned, but people are still printing it. Like,
yeah.
I need God. Who's managing Through the Breach now?
I don't know.
Fucking forgot his name. God damn it! I feel so stupid. Anyways, next supplement, if we ever get a new supplement, needs to have another grimoire that is the fucking sequel.
Yes.
Snowbound Guard 2.
Hot Nephilim Summer. We're going to monster fucking folks.
Let's go.
Woo!
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
I feel like Hot Nephilim Summer should be the third book.
Okay.
You should first have a spring thaw.
A slow burn, if you will.
Mm-hmm. Everything gets moist.
Damp.
Anyways.
Thanks, I hate it.
So I went and made sure that each one of us in the Scoundrels crew had a card to call their own, if not multiples, as well as there's a couple references into other content creators as well. And the winner of last year, one of the raffle prizes from last year's Good Things Happen, also has they picked the Black Joker, and so Black Joker is theirs. Although I worked with them on something. I think it was just like a lot of text initially, so we worked into something really, really good that we're all proud of. So Nate's next. Pick a good card that you want to reveal to people.
Yeah. I think the one I want to talk about, because it's one that, again, probably one that people won't get unless they know the specific reference, and that is the Lucha Libre mask. There's a
Yep.
couple of specific references. The first one being the stone user could be anyone. That's just a JoJo's reference.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta. Which gives you disguised. Nice and simple. We love that. That makes sense. And then the other one is the 619 Techniques of Mysterious Raymond, which is a reference to the professional wrestler, Rey Mysterio, who I know almost nothing about, but I like his design. I painted one of my wrestlers in his costume, and I just think that is wonderful. And of course, he is a luchador-themed wrestler, so the Lucha Libre mask. That gives you the wrestler thing where you can jump off, essentially charge off of height 2 terrain and land on people. It's cool.
We made it.
Terror of the Turnbuckle.
We made
I know
it
you
better.
altered it. Yeah.
'Cause I think it's just off the top rope, and it's good. It wasn't really like exciting.
Yeah, it's not super splashy, but yeah, I like what you did here, where you made it like a charge essentially. You place within 5 on a lower elevation, damage whoever you touch or whoever's within 2, and then get a melee action or an attack action. That's fun, and it's a signature. So spicy jumps from the turnbuckle.
I think the person that's going to have the hardest time picking a favorite is Romans because of the sheer amount of puns I put into this. We put into
There's
this.
so many.
But I was like, oh man, Roman's gonna laugh at this. Oh man, Roman's gonna laugh at this. Oh man, Roman's gonna laugh at this.
A lot of good ones.
Yep. So the free space for me is, don't worry, folks. Gracie's gun is back, and I don't care what model you put it on. The Gatling gun is Gracie's.
Yep, it was officially Gracie's Gatling gun.
The puns on this one, it's my favorite. It's my favorite.
This one was good
because of the fucking wordplay. Go for it, Roman. Though.
So I don't actually have it pulled up.
Okay. The card specifically is called Pig Iron.
Yep.
Yep.
So one of the design things I tried to do is that a vague enough title that you can go wildly different depending on the interpretation. So one, Pig Iron being a pun of big iron, which is often referenced to a gun in a Wild West setting. That gives you Gracie's Gatling gun, which is a Gatling gun. But the attack is not Gatling gun. The attack is called bullet spam. Get it? It's a pig. It's spam. Spam is made a pig. But it's also a term used to like when you overdo something by repeating it a lot. Anyways,
we wouldn't know anything about that.
But we need to pigify a Gatling gun. So this one you have to declare the triggers.
Yep.
With the ram being Bacon Barrage, suffer 1 irreducible damage and take the action again, targeting another model. A tome, but with lie down and nap. Yay, Gracie. That's like Gracie
classic.
Pig classic. Heal 1, draw a card, and your activation. And then Chronocrow on your trotters, which is on your heels. But pigs don't have heels. They got trotters. It's their feetsies. And then the other option for the card is the Pork Chop Express.
I forgot we put that trigger on there.
On your trotters? No, oh god.
No, the other one.
Yeah, okay. You know what? Take the rest of the description. There, Nate. You're having so much fun.
We have Coley Roller. It needs a 6. It's a signature action. Tactical. Once per activation, you get to move 6, ignoring enemy models. Enemy models move through this way. Gain the burning token, because, pigs of fire, the whole Ulix thing.
I believe,
we
technically, the idea was that you stole this from Ezekiel. Or not Ezekiel.
Yeah.
See, is it?
Jebediah.
Jebediah, yeah.
Yeah. We have a ram trigger. Steamed hams.
Steamed hams.
This model heals too. I forgot we put a steamed hams joke in there. That makes me very happy.
It's very good.
Steamed hams.
Okay.
So, like I said, that's...
You call these pigs steamed despite the fact that they're obviously grilled.
So, like I said, that's the free space for me, because who doesn't love the Gatling gun? As far as another one, you are correct. These are difficult for me to choose from, just because we do have so many good puns or other word plays in there. I think I'm gonna say, because it has helped me out in 2 different games now, the 8 of Masks, quote unquote, lubricants.
That was the first one I was gonna mention.
So there are technically repeat cards from last edition, but I just didn't want to copy them wholesale. And so it's a lot of like rewording and renaming things. So it's like very obviously this is the drum of mineral oil from last edition. But instead of mineral oil, it's just various lubricants. Do you have no you're in are you in here?
I do
No?
have it up now, yeah.
Okay, now you could go ahead.
So one side of this is 2 thick coats, which is just great. And one of my weirdly favorite things about this card is it's straightforward. It's simple, but it's that comedy application of just bam and walk away. This model gains +1 defense. And on the other side, we have Slipping Hazard, which gives you Trail of Slime, which means that a 2-inch area around you is hazardous terrain, and friendly models can choose to be unaffected by this terrain. Again with the politicking at the table.
Would you like to enter my zone? I can choose to let you be my friend.
Okay.
Yeah, no, there's just so many good ones in here.
Red Joker was technically Elise's, or at least Elise really loved Ratatouille references. I'm not going to go into that one. Something else. I don't think anyone's going to pick them, but I just want to like pat myself in the back. I came up with 4 new writers of the apocalypse for our 4 factions that don't have writers. And so just to go over that, we decided the other things that would destroy the earth are narcissism, debauchery, megalomania, and misanthropy. Anyways, one I really liked is I didn't pick one out. Ah, shit. Shut up, cat. I'm finding it. Yeah, I'm fine. One of our lovely references to other content creators. This is, if you know him, Jeff Dice of
Defective Dice.
Defective Dice. Well, I'm defective at this point. So
just call him Jeff Dice. So
yes, Jeff Dice. How do we reference Jeff Dice here, Mister Lore Guy, the guy that does the lore videos? Well, he's gonna have lore stuff. So this is Dicey Jeff's Tome of All Knowing. Option 1, Loreserer. I love that pun. I'm still very proud of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That just gives you draw out secrets on all of your attacks, which is scheme markers. That's really great.
That's pretty good. And
then option 2, it was in the RPG first, which is maybe more of my line than Jess, but he does cover a lot of stuff like, oh, this is lore from Through the Breach. And so this gives you the Breach Burned ability, which you can suffer 1 irreducible damage to increase your hand size at the start of the turn by 2 facts, which is significant. All right, that's me. Victoria!
What?
You're next.
Oh, I'm picking another? Oh.
Yeah. I'll do another loop. Or 2. I don't fucking care. Your other one?
Sure. I don't...
Well, you got your Seamus card last year. But I figured we wouldn't do another Seamus card. Oh, there's technically... Man, I apparently just love my wife, and so I'm giving her shit. We'll actually do the other one. This is your favorite character from Through the Breach official lore. You're not guessing it. This is the Parasol of Emmeline Belrose. Which, if you don't know, she is a master manipulator and just happens to be a zombie. And a lesbian. Which is, I think, our first... I consider it like the first official one, but I'm also like... It's the one where it's really, really impossible for anyone to defend. I know, like, Tara and Karina are pretty fucking obvious, as well as several other characters. But, like, there is just enough subtlety in there where a fucking idiot could question it. Where this one is just... It's impossible. It's like, hey, she spends all the time only with women, and all those women want to do everything they can for her. And oh, she has the thing where like you're super attractive to the opposite sex, but for some reason this is the same sex. What? Why? What could that possibly fucking mean? Anyways, Would You Kindly is the first option, which is an obey, which also has a stone trigger. It says for me, which lets you basically take the yoink action, picking a thing off the ground from the model you're obeying. So they're picking it up and gifting it to you, and then also the confused feelings trigger because you gotta. And then the other option, well traveled, which gives you the ability Belle of the Bestiaries, because she's a lady that wrote the Bestiaries in the first 3 books for Through the Breach. When targeting an enemy model, this model may discard a card. If it does so, the target considers all of its fortitude, warding, and unique defense abilities. I think we could have come up with better names for that. As blank. So turn off all the little shields. Okay, Nate, pick another one.
I do like the locker for Von S. Because wouldn't you know it, there's 2 Von S's in this game.
Weird.
So in one half, we have a pile of torn shirts.
I'd say if I had a nickel, but that's somewhere else in this deck.
Referencing back when Von Schill would tear off his shirt repeatedly in 2nd edition. That gives you Survivalist, which lets you drain a stone to heal 5 during the end phase, which is pretty good. And then we have the Nutty Professor for our other Von S, Professor Von Stuck, which gives you a magic attack that lets you build in suits by removing remains, and then has a bunch of cool triggers. It's kind of neat. But I like the there's 2 Von S's. Whose stuff are you taking?
Whose locker is this? And Roman.
Well, we've gone through almost an entire episode and it hasn't come up, and I'm afraid that if we don't, or if we do that, again, the universe will be broken, and I fear how it would self-correct in this case. So I'm going to go with the 7 of Tomes, the Millennial Puzzle.
My favorite word in the world.
Right? So this gives you either the Black Heart of the Cards, which gives you an attack called Poker Face, which I'm not going to go through because I want you to all read the actual jokes whenever you play this and laugh at them. But safe to say that pretty much all of the triggers on it are Yu-Gi-Oh! References. And on the other end, we have Living the Dream, which gives the model an ability Schadenfreude.
Yay!
After an enemy model fails an action targeting them, they may heal 1 or remove a token.
That's very
on
funny.
themselves. Yeah.
Yes. I like that.
I like it a lot too.
He's funny.
Pretty much.
It's a funny joke.
Yeah, one more pass just to pad it out, and then we'll call the episode good.
You're going to go through the whole deck, and then nobody's going to have anything to read when they play.
Oh no, we did 12 cards in a 54-card deck.
Plus the 4 that you did before that, and the couple extra we've done during.
Fine, okay.
I wouldn't call you out, except you specifically said we're not going to go through all of them so you can see them when you play.
Okay.
You get one more. One.
2 more things. I'm not revealing the card. This is me just I am a smarty smart pants, or I enjoy making up shit, and now Weird has to be like, no, that's not the actual fucking lore. One, we gave our last faction the 8th faction and the Crossroads a new musician.
Yes.
It'll be obvious when you flip the card. And
sure
also, we decided what Uncle Bog's name was. There was a bit of an argument there for a bit. I was like, "Hey guys, what do you think Bog's first name was?" And then eventually got around to Bog's his first name actually. And
yeah, it just doesn't seem like a first name, and it's like, oh wait, no, yeah, he's Bog Clampett.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Okay.
And I was like, this man so much screams Eustace to me, but
he's very Eustace.
Got overridden, so it's his middle name now, even though it's just abbreviated to E. So we had Boggart E. Clampett, which I think is quite suiting.
Just imagine an angry gremlin mom yelling that out the back door.
Boggart Eustace Clampett.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Terrifying.
She wanted to name him Useless, but the husband wouldn't allow it.
Okay.
The Eustace had to do.
It's 10 minutes past 2 hours. That's great. That's a good recording time. Plenty of stuff to knock out because of my fucking connection, but I think we call that good. So thank you for listening to us. It's talking about GenCon and getting sidetracked about GenCon, and then talking about Bonanza Brawl. So celebrate with us as It's done. It's good. It's out in the wild. Have fun with it, please. I think you'll really enjoy it. But I've been your foreman and host. Yes, I'm gonna just be the foreman again because I'm not putting out enough assembly videos right now. Doug the Scoundrels, and with me, thank you, the usual suspects, Victoria.
Yay!
The Nate.
Kin First and 10 coming soon, I promise.
Yeah.
Yay!
And the Robin. The beard's getting long.
Who is also a Nate. Thaniel.
Sorry, what is this name? Nortandiel? Is that your angel name?
Yeah.
That's his elf name.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stop it. Stop it. Why would you do this to me?
Shit.
Quit
I feel
being
bad.
thin and tall.
Just realized we never had a reference to forklift certification. Oh, I gotta rewrite the entire deck. Never mind. Canceling.
Oh no.
Gotta go back to the baiting, folks. Sorry. We'll be back. Okay. Thank you for listening, folks. Hope you enjoy your Bonanza Brawl. Yeah, but enjoy your Bonanza Brawl.
Yay!
All right. I'd say bye now. Bye.
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 Songs used in this production are Villainous Treachery and 5-Card Shuffle. All music is created by Kevin MacLeod and is licensed under Creative Commons.